Flourished. And so all the great
That's,
shit's been out there.
a lot of people keep telling me, don't sign any papers, don't sign to a label, you'll be better independent. And I'm just like, okay, whatever, but I
That's a big
understand
question.
what you're saying, has like, um, depending on like, I guess depending on your artistry, I guess, if you have a big clout, like, I guess you can kind of do it on your own and be independent. Like that's what they do in Houston, like out the trunk music. That's what they were doing. That's what I respect about them. But I think for me, it's like I actually need that label behind me. I actually need that business side to come and like, guide the marketing and all that stuff. So I don't know.
See, that's actually an interesting point. So I saw this article. I'm happy to go on tangent. That's what makes this shit fun for me. So this is great.
I'm drinking.
Don't worry about it. But basically, I read this article about the hidden cost of being independent, and where like it really like people don't necessarily, and I'm not saying right or wrong. I'm personally not gonna go get signed because I'm just like I don't think I'm the right kind of guy for that shit. But I also am aware that I'm gonna have to pay for my own travel, book my own hotel rooms, deal with my own promoting, going the amount of like actual people skills that you need to run your own operation, the politics side of it all, like you have to put up with every ego you encounter and smile. Like that is part of the job of running your operation. You have to smile
That's
at
the
every
thing.
ego.
I can do that. It's no stress. But I can't be Lorelai and do that person because they're two different people. The person's
Mm,
gonna be like, okay, no problem, like understand people's egos and all that stuff. That's not my brand. My brand is
right.
not about shit. So for me to have to go be that person in one moment and then be Lorelai in the next is too confusing for people. That's why when I got my management, that's the most important thing for me. It's like they need to be the bad guy. They need to be I need to just be able to be me, creative, and that's all people see. Because as soon as I put business quiche out there, like forget about it. Like I worked in business for 10 years. I know how to, but it's not the
Woo.
same as like art. I'm cool. I'm chill. I'm relaxed. Like I want to stay that person. So by having my management, I don't have to be that like wolf in the boardroom anymore. But I totally get what you're saying. Like I super get it. Like it's
Well,
it's funny you say that, and I'm just like mind blown because it's exactly why I signed my management contract.
but it's like even I'm sitting there going, honestly, if I can find the right person in the right situation, I would sign like a management deal with the right people if we had the right goal alignment. I'm
Yeah.
not willing to like here's the thing. I don't have a problem with the right person telling me what to do. As long as I get to like decide the because if you have a manager, you're the one telling a manager what they're managing. At the end of the day, right? Like you're still the boss. It's just honestly, there's so many details. So many like I personally have no desire to go like chase shit. I don't know. I don't want to chase it. Like I don't know if
All I
that
want
makes sense
to
to you.
do, that's me. Like just keep me running. I love it. I always need to be on the
But like,
go.
I mean, I like grinding. I like working on shit, but I like creating. So like to me, this podcast or this interview thing, like this is a cooler way for me to go about doing it. But there are probably smarter ways that I could like approach everything about being more aggressive, let's say. I don't know that I'm the right guy to actually do that because then I have
Yeah,
to think like that and then I can't be like fun. And so I
exactly.
really resonate
Exactly
with what you're
what I'm saying.
saying.
Like I could be person, I could be aggressive, I could be all those things, but that's not the brand I'm selling as an artist. So like I can't like people aren't gonna be like, oh, she's one person and another person. No, they see me as one. So I have to pick one. It's Lorelai. So I can't be that aggressive. Like I dealt with it so much. Like as soon as I start to say something, as soon as I have to fight for something, it's like I Lorelai, who's like this sweet, like nice, like person just wants to like share her emotions, like they're just like, why are you so angry then? Just like, no, we're two different people, one's business, one's artistry. Like no, you can't do that. You got to stick to one and just go with it.
It is a
So
big time knowledge nuggets, and I say that like because I'm trying to figure out like
it's so true.
rules, and
Like I have
I think
people, I have people I talk to that like I really really like, but because I was in the business situation with them, I had to act a certain way. But like as a friend, like fuck all the business. I like you as a person, like I like you as a human, but business wise, so it's really difficult. Like I've lost a lot of friends actually, like so.
I mean that seems to be a common theme with
It's not like
with
so
rising
what, but
up. I mean, well, like here's the thing. Just on the idea of friends, right? Like I don't really have any of the friends I used to have, really. Like people try to be friends with me a lot, and I'm like, are you sure you want to be my friend? Like, do you really
yeah,
know what being my friend entails? Like, it's not a simple thing to be friends with me. You might like the idea of being my friend, but then you get
that's
to know
like
me.
girlfriend. Like you might like the idea of being my boyfriend, but trust me, you do not want to be my boyfriend.
I
I feel
mean,
you.
I'm just like, yeah, it's because like there's an intensity and a certain degree. Like, yo, I don't chill. I don't know how to
Exactly.
chill. It's just what it is. I'm good at doing things. Like when we watch a movie, I'm like, okay, okay, what can I do? I'm just sitting here watching a movie. I'm not very good
You
at
remind me of
watching a movie.
much. It's unbelievable. So yeah.
But no, so to me, it's like what I realized is talking about this kind of stuff is also really interesting to people because I think a lot of people relate to it. A lot of people maybe can't sit through a movie also, and just hearing other people talk about not sitting through a movie, it turns out that regular shit's kind of like relatable.
It is. Everything's relatable. Got to have the right vision for it.
So like, okay, let's go back to you. Like, there was another thing you did in high school. I thought that was interesting. That wasn't even the talent show because I'd forgotten about that. I'm not gonna lie. The other thing had to do with your pen game and what you would do in terms of writing
I've
in
been
high school.
14. I've been writing since I'm 14 years old. I used to do a lot of, and I was actually talking about this the other day. I didn't know that, like, as I'm doing this hobby, this, like, writing your emotions down, poetry, like Shakespeare, whatever, like, doing all that stuff and creating songs with just melodies, no beats. I had no idea that I was preparing myself and giving myself the skills to be where I am right now. So a lot of people are just like, oh, you started 2 years ago. And I'm like, yeah, but I've been writing my entire life. And even if it was good or bad, like, I was still practicing for, like, since I don't want to give people away, but like at least 15 years, I've been writing without going to the studio. So I already knew how to use the metaphors. I already knew how to describe myself. I already knew how to make melodies. Like I was already doing that. Like, so
Big interesting.
I just figured the other day I was talking to somebody and I was just like, wow, that's exactly what I'm talented, but I'm skilled because I was practicing a skill that I didn't know was going
Woo! Did y'all hear
to
what
mine.
she just said there? That's some knowledge nugget shit. I'm talented, but it's based on skills. This is what it is. Cause yo, I told people for a long time, and not everyone likes it when I say this, but like yo, most people can learn to rap. Like
Yeah.
you see people who are yo, what's up, Jamal Hussein? You see people who are like fucking like out there, and you see some whack shit in like year one, and you can tell these people just started rhyming, and you hear them, and they're like writing some interest, and they're maybe bad, but I'm like, yo, did you hear my 16-year-old shit? No, you didn't. You're hearing me. With like literally more than half my life, I've worked on my pen game. So of course it sounds away. But yo, it used to suck. You think my 2012 effort sounded good? I mean, I maybe, but no. Let's be real. No, it was garbage. Some of it's okay. Some of it aged well. Sorry, can you say that again?
No, I said I had some garbage in the beginning. Like I had songs that I was like, yeah, this is the best song ever, man. I love it. And it's like I listen to it now, I'm like, whoa. Like, thank goodness we didn't go like release that shit because it's pretty trash. But I was
So,
like finding myself and like trying to find the sound. I did a lot of rap in the beginning, and
and
it's
this is
actually I'm
okay. So
shout
is
out
this
Bud.
back when you're in high school and shit writing, or
No,
is this like
like
nowish?
recording days. This is me. Like I was not recording back then. I didn't know.
So
I
you just wrote
no.
it out.
I just and I was that annoying like emo kid in the back like singing her like I talked to somebody like maybe 2 years ago that knew me in high school. They're just like, yeah, how are your songs doing? I had no idea that I was an artist, Like, how are your songs doing? I'm like, they're doing really great. Blah, blah, blah. And like, here's my Spotify, bitch.